And now Vega under pressure from Hayton there into turn 1. Vega trying to go around the outside, returns to the inside for turn 2. And you can see the Alpine and the Williams pushing Vega through, and Mad G is now checking out in front. As you can see, Mia Grandi's around the outside of Hayton. It's going to be a good battle. He might even get Vega here if he's quick enough. Just choosing to back out of it there, as is Hayton. Good race from the pair of them. Podge slots in, as does Reese. Driver in P7. Tinsley having a great run on his teammate and going down the inside of turn 5. And a good move there from the Mercedes driver to get back.
I didn't know if the spring started or not, so I was like, shit.
Let's fucking go! Yes! And it's all 5 lights. And it's lights out and away we go. It comes through B-Right, wins here in USA. Pole position for Moscaya. Oh, fucking what?
Who was that?
Who was that? Ben, why are you fighting with Moscaya like that? Mitä ihmettä sä teet? Ihmettä! Mitä te teette?
We've been waiting for this all season long. The finale, the title decider, under the lights here in Abu Dhabi. It's lights out, away we go.
They go down towards Blanchimont at turn 17, and the Ferrari driver down the inside of the McLaren, and in comes the Aston Martin. The pace was unreal. It was sickening, and down the inside, what a dive from the Aston Martin. That is one of the best overtakes you will see in Belgium this evening. Can Dilly stay in the slipstream? And look at that, Lude gets past Josh Hearn and Nova Apollo in that Alpine, and they go 3 wide into turn 5. And the Alpine just goes out wide, slides a little bit, but he stayed on track, and Nova Apollo just trying to stick with that Mercedes and nearly onto the gravel. Great racing here in Belgium.
Yeah, like far behind the Super Turbo. Are the nerves starting to kick in here, Ben? Cars is spun it! Cars has lost it! Cars has spun his car around!
Spun. Oh my god!
It's Bahrain to P3 and Cars has spun it in the middle in the final sector. Is anyone gonna gamble? Is anyone gonna box?
What's Blake doing? He don't know what to do. He stopped on track. You can't do that, Blake.
And Sandro stayed out.
He has stayed out. How many others are going to stay out? What's Blake doing? He's reversing out of the pit lane. He's trying to reverse out of the pit lane. What is he doing?
He's been disqualified. Oh, that's his own fault.
What is he doing? That is his own fault.
The most wholesome reaction to a race win.
Come on, Benny.
Oh my god.
Come on, Ben.
Get in there, Ben.
Let's fucking go! Yes! Yes!
Come on.
Yes!
My guy.
Yes!
Come on.
Get in, Ben. Love you. Oh, I love you so much, boys.
Come on, Ben.
Just touching the rear diffuser of that Williams of tyres as they come through Maggots and Beckett as well. He gets a great exit cars already with a time penalty. That's going to be crucial come the end of this race. Here comes Bad Boy Man as well. Max Muck into the slipstream, late on the brakes, absolutely side by side as they come through Stowe. The Williams going to try and come back at him, but Maximo with a bit more straight line speed is through and up to P5. PX Limits, look how close he is to Reese. Through Campus and down towards Stavelot they go. Round the outside, he's going to try and do the old switcheroo as they go down towards Paul Frere at turn 16. And he's got a bit of grip, and here comes PX Limits right back at you. And wheel to wheel, side by side they go towards Blanchimont and then towards turn 18. Anybody respond? Jake and PX get a little bit heated there, and into the sandwich goes Jake, who has to back out as well. And there goes Reese back into P2. What a battle this is for P2 as Reese goes out wide. Here comes Jake. PX Limits will go back up to P2. Jake into the slipstream as well. Can he make a move? Reese with the straight line speed down towards Les Combs at turn 7. And Reese back up to P2 as PX Limits and Jake squabble for P3 and P4 as Adidas just watches the mayhem unfold in front of him. That is the Williams on the McLaren as well as they come up towards turn 3. Max Mock and Ryan Dyperbeam round the outside of the Ferrari. He's going to go for it. The Haas on the Scuderia, wheel to wheel. They go through turn 3 and the Haas with a beautiful move, and that is Xavi on the Ferrari. The Ferrari just losing grip there. And through Xavi goes in that Red Bull. The McLaren on the back of the Alpine of Oliver de Moles as well. Super Turbo up to P4, having a super race. Here comes Reese on tyres. The Williams and the Ferrari as they shoot down towards Ascari. And Reese is going to take the lead of this Grand Prix. So T's back into second position. Here's Super Turbo on Dev P as well. Is he going to take a look at the runner-up of last season? He's got a bit more straight line speed as he goes down towards Parabolica. All 20 drivers still in this race. And Super Turbo is up into the podiums in the gold division here at his home Grand Prix. And that's a yellow flag. And that's another safety car. Why is a safety car coming out when there's no DNF? PX Limits round the outside of the house. The Alpine into Tamburello and they've collided. He needs to watch out for the drivers. They don't ghost. Oh, wow, that was so close. So Habits had to let one of the drivers back through. I think he's had to slow down as well. Jack trying to battle with the Alfa Romeo and the Alfa Romeo. Oh, and they've gone wide and the track is getting very slippery. The intermediates are struggling here, Trubo. Up P4, B-Right is through on Fanfness. The Alfa Romeo and the AlphaTauri side by side going into turn 1, and the AlphaTauri just nearly hits the Ferrari, and that's Fanfness and the Alfa Romeo's there as well. DJ Harvey with a time penalty. Oliver de Moses through on DJ Harvey, and B-Right has collapsed the back of Optimal in the Alpine, who's just joined back and entered his car. And Fanfness is through and down the inside as they go down towards Della Roggia, and he's been clattered by B-Right in the Alfa Romeo, and Fanfness is round. Dev P has spun it. Reese has been overtaken by Banter Brandon, and there's action everywhere again.
Slice out of the way we go. Crippy's already got a drive-through penalty for jumping the start. Great to see Crippy back in now, but he will have to fight back from there. Mad J getting in front, and now Vega under pressure from Heighton there into turn 1. Vega trying to go round the outside, which turns to the inside for turn 2. As you can see, the Alpine and the Williams pushing Vega through, and Mad G is now checking out in front. As you can see, Mia Grandisa round the outside of Heighton. It's going to be a good battle. He might even get Vega here if he's quick enough. Just choosing to back out of it there, as is Heighton. Good race from the pair of them. Podge slots in, as does Reese. Driver in P7. Tinsley having a great run of his teammate and going down the inside of turn 5. And a good move there from the Mercedes driver to get past.
Let's fucking go! Yes! Mercedes. Pole position for Mascai. Oh, fucking what?
Who was that? Who was that? Ben, why are you fighting with a sky like that? Mitä ihmettä sä teet? Ihmettä! Mitä te teette?
We've been waiting for this all season long. The finale, the title decider, under the lights here in Abu Dhabi. It's lights out, away we go.
They go down towards Blanchimont at turn 17, and the Ferrari driver down the inside of the McLaren, and in comes the Aston Martin. The pace was unreal. It was sickening, and down the inside. What a dive from the Aston Martin. That is one of the best overtakes you will see in Belgium this evening. Can Dilly stay in the slipstream? And look at that, Lude gets past Josh Hearn and Nova Apollo in that Alpine, and they go 3 wide into turn 5. And the Alpine just goes out wide, slides a little bit, but he stayed on track, and Nova Apollo just trying to stick with that Mercedes and nearly onto the gravel. Great racing here in Belgium.
Yeah, like 5 behind, this is super true. Yeah. Are the nerves starting to kick in here, Ben? Cars has spun it! Cars has lost it! Cars has spun his car around!
Spun. Oh my god!
It's Bahrain to P3 and Cars has spun it in the middle in the final sector. Is anyone gonna gamble? Is anyone gonna box?
What's Blake doing? He don't know what to do. He stopped on track. You can't do that, Blake.
And Sandro stayed out.
He has stayed out. How many others are going to stay out? What's Blake doing? He's reversing out of the pit lane. He's trying to reverse out of the pit lane. What is he doing?
He's been disqualified. Oh, that's his own fault.
What is he doing? That is his own fault.
The most wholesome reaction to a race win.
Come on, Benny.
Oh my god.
Come on, Ben.
Get in there, Ben. Let's fucking go! Yes! Yes!
Come on!
Yes!
My guy.
Yes!
Come on.
Get in, Ben. Love you. Oh, I love you so much, boys.
Come on, Ben.
Just touching the rear diffuser of that Williams of tyres as they come through Maggots and Beckett as well. He gets a great exit. Cars already with a time penalty. That's going to be crucial come the end of this race. Here comes Bad Boy Man as well. Max Muck into the slipstream, late on the brakes, absolutely side by side as they come through Stowe. The Williams going to try and come back at him, but Maximo with a bit more straight line speed is through and up to P5. PX Limits, look how close he is to Reese. Through Campus and down towards Stavelot they go. Round the outside, he's going to try and do the old switcheroo as they go down towards Paul Frere at turn 16. And he's got a bit of grip, and here comes PX Limits right back at you. And wheel to wheel, side by side they go towards Blanchimont and then towards turn 18. Anybody respond? Jake and PX get a little bit heated there, and into the sandwich goes Jake, who has to back out as well. And there goes Reese back into P2. What a battle this is for P2 as Reese goes out wide. Here comes Jake. PX Limits will go back up to P2. Jake into the slipstream as well. Can he make a move? Reese with the straight line speed down towards Les Combs at turn 7. And Reese back up to P2 as PX Limits and Jake squabble for P3 and P4 as Adidas just watches the mayhem unfold in front of him. That is the Williams on the McLaren as well as they come up towards turn 3. Max Mock and Ryan Dyperbeam round the outside of the Ferrari. He's going to go for it. The Haas on the Scuderia, wheel to wheel. They go through turn 3 and the Haas with a beautiful move. And that is Xavi on the Ferrari. The Ferrari just losing grip there. And through Xavi goes in that...
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening from wherever you're joining us around the world. Yes, it's that time again. It's the Sao Paulo Grand Prix at Interlagos. This year marks the 49th anniversary of the Brazilian fighting grounds, home to some of the most historic races in Formula One history. With the season drawing to a close and limited time to impress, it's do or die for many of our drivers. The short circuit boasts an impressive 71 laps, each covering around 2.5 miles. Valtteri Bottas still holds the lap record from all the way back in 2010. 2 DRS zones means exciting racing for all 15 turns, 10 of which turn left, meaning pit stops and tyre strategy are always crucial here at Interlagos. All the way back to 2012, this was Fernando Alonso down the inside of Mark Webber and Felipe Massa as they went 3 abreast going into turn 1. Last year we saw Max Verstappen run Lewis Hamilton completely off the road in a controversial incident which the stewards ultimately decided that no investigation was necessary. Lewis Hamilton would later get his revenge on that corner, much like how he did on the final corner of the 2008 World Championship, which saw him steal his first ever World Championship title away from Felipe Massa. Heroics and heartbreaks, it's all to play for at Interlagos.
Welcome to Fantasy Formula 7, the last penultimate race of the season. And we have a very special guest in the comms box tonight. Red, how are you? I'm good. Are you looking forward to it? Yeah, absolutely. There's still actually 3 teams involved in the championship battle. I mean, Sushi are going to have to do something to throw it all the way at this point, but anything's possible in motorsport racing. Yeah, definitely, as we just seen on the highlights there as well. Trubot says, Red, share your audio. Yeah. Let me just check if it's on my side. Just bear with me. I think it's on my side, Red. Sorry about that.
Never mind.
Can you? Yeah, I think you can now. So, introducing Red once again.
Hi guys. Is that better?
Yeah, I think that's better. I think they can hear you now. Let me just double check. Cheers, Godzilla. Can everybody hear Red? Can now. Yeah, brilliant.
Perfect,
there we go.
Perfect.
So yeah, as we were just saying, guys, and Red was saying, anything's possible here around Interlagos, the Brazilian Grand Prix. What a way to end the season. And Red on comms in the last race of the season as well.
Sorry, you just cut out there, Nathan. Don't know if that was my mic.
No,
but yeah.
It'll be mine. Don't worry, it'll just keep cutting out at some point, so I do need to get a new one. There's a few setups that I need to sort out for the new season. Time for F1, did he have a qualifying ban or something?
He did indeed. That's why he's retiring the pits there. So that's carried over from the USA Grand Prix.
Ah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So time for F1.
I'm just on board with just on board with Billy at the minute, having a look at that special livery that Journo Racing have got today with the Brazilian colours. That is something to look at.
It really is. I'm loving the yellow, green, and the blue just shimmering away as well. Really nice. Is PX on a lap? I think Billy is on a lap actually. He's just coming through sector 3 at the moment. And down towards the line, Banana's set the lap and PX comes through 2/10 slower than Banana at the moment. But when Purple sector 3 and he just slides on the grass. And B right as well, coming through and going fastest, doing exactly what he needs to do today.
Yeah, you got Trubo there coming through in P2 as well at the minute.
He looks rapid.
Nearly a
at the
108 dead.
He looks
Yeah.
rapid at the minute, Trebo, with Sushi Racing. He's done exactly what Maxibot wanted him to do.
That fish livery gets me every time.
Yeah, I know, literally. Godzilla as well. Have they got a special livery as well? That is really nice.
Yeah, so they are running a Ferrari themed livery today. So Alvaro will be cheering them on in the Twitch chat.
Yeah, definitely. So Banter Brandon, Reese is coming through Sector 1 for Spotify Racing, Rob J. Lewis for LCS Racing, Jay for the Audi team coming through. There's a lot of drivers coming through. DJ Harvey's nearly 2 temps up as well, but we're going to try and catch the leader. I think that is, no, PX Limits has invalidated it. He's got a driver right on his tail. That is be right into the pit lane. I'm trying to get on board with the next driver. I think it is a reserve of... No, into the pits he goes. It's going to be the Audi driver of Jay, I think, who's going to be the first one to the line. It is, and he goes P11. A lot of drivers coming out for outlaps then and then back into the pits. My livery is fire. You're right, Godzilla, it is. Up the journal, come on the boys, says Matt, absolutely. Been very unlucky this season, Journal. Could have easily been in the championship fight.
Yeah, they could have. They had a couple of unlucky races, didn't they?
They did. Rob J. Lewis spinning it on the grass as well. I think the main one that comes to mind, I mean, Billy did say that Journo was still in the championship battle mathematically. Probably like a 1% chance they'll win the championship, but there is still a percentage. But the one that sticks to my mind is when Billy was winning the race. And he disconnected. Yeah.
Brutal.
It was. Tyres went second fastest, but he's half a second off B right at the moment. Jay for the Audi team, I think he's coming through. Rob J. Lewis is really struggling, and Jay's just had to avoid him there as well. Yeah, and into the pits, I think the Audi drivers go in, so they have all done a lap. And Rob's tyres must be screaming at this point. That race where the game, exactly what we were saying, Matt. Yeah, exactly the one that we were looking back on. That's the race that you really look to at the defining point of the Journo team's championship hopes. Was the one where it really dwindled away.
God, I keep thinking people are about to go across the line and they all dive in the pits.
Yeah, literally, that's what I was thinking, because you can't really tell on the mini map when it goes in. So it's shocking, maybe wrong setup, says Rob. Ooh, and you can't change it as well.
No, that's not good.
I'm just gonna get a track map up of the Brazilian circuit, as I always do. And I'm not going to try and pronounce any of these corners today. The only corner that I will pronounce is probably the Cenaresses, and that's it. Yeah, I'm not going to try and pronounce anything else after that. Super Turbo is going to go for another lap, so we will ride on board with the Sushi Racer, who's bidding to win the World Championship today with his Belgium teammate as he comes through the Cenaresses at turn 2 and round Curva de Sol at turn 3 and down the DRS straight, reaching around 205 miles per hour as he dives into turn 4 and 5 at Largo, where Max pushed Lewis off in 2022. Down towards turn 6 he goes. He wants to try and cut over the chicane and use the outside line as he comes through turn 7. Oh, he went wide there and just lost the back end, Red.
Yeah, a little snap, I just saw that.
That would have cost him a lot of time. But he can still improve. He's got a 1:08, but he's about 6 tenths off the provisional pole time at the moment. A lot of drivers back on outlaps. There is around 10 minutes of this qualifying session remain. Super Turbo, will he go again? Or will he go into the pit lane after that snap? No, he is still going to go for it, and he's actually still pushed the whole way, and he's actually going to improve. He does improve, goes P2. 6-100 quicker than Tyres after the snap as well, Red.
Yeah, he's definitely got more time to improve there as well if he managed to pull that off with that snap.
Exactly, yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. And Maxi Block, his teammate, the Belgium, is going to come through as well. Is he going to go provisional pole? It's not. And he's actually just a little bit slower than his teammate at the moment. So Super Turbo once again flying high here in Interlagos. Banana down.
Good to see him up with all those gold drivers there up in P2.
Yeah, he's really been holding his own with the gold drivers as well lately. I don't know what's going on with him. He was never this good.
I think you got Banana about to come across the line here.
Yeah, you are right. Banana is going to... Oh,
Oh,
he's
no.
dived into the pit
Into the
lane.
pits.
Yeah, I think it's Billy. I think he was. I don't know if Billy's just been held up there, but he's gone into the pit lane anyway. Reese is on a lap. The Spotify racer we've not rid on board yet. With Reese as he comes through sector 2 and out of turn 5. So let's see what the Spotify race will be. Is Reese racing in Fantasy F7 next season?
Yep, he will be keeping his seat at Spotify.
Brilliant. That's great to see.
I think we have had a cheeky change of teams there, though. A couple of teammates have swapped. Let me just get it up.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have Godzilla and Reese racing next season together.
Right.
And then Forza and John Boy, so a little bit of a swapsy there.
There is, yeah. See there, very nice. I mean, to be honest, they must love fantasy because pretty much all the drivers have kept their seats for next season. There's probably like 1 or 2 changes, really.
Yeah, we had two changes. So it'd be nice to have Jack officially on the grid. He does a great job reserving here most
He
weeks.
does.
So. And I think we might have an announcement later today on Maxi's teammate, so we'll probably hear about that after the race.
Okay, yeah, forgot Maxi didn't have a teammate for next season. Well, he did have a teammate. Maxibok actually saying in the chat, I'm still searching for a teammate, I'm alone. That is crazy that a driver that is bidding to win the World Championship for the 2nd time in 2 seasons, and he doesn't have a teammate for season 3. Wow.
I know.
That is crazy. Jay in the Audi team, he's nearly 1/10 up. He just had got a little squirrely coming out of turn 12. But he comes around turn 14 now, DRS enabled. Such an incredible, iconic straight as he hits the pit wall. Down to the line he goes, but he stays P15. He does improve, but just not enough. Ginaudi for the Black Panther Racing as well in P16. Jay has retired. He's lost it through the center S's. Wow, so we just rode on board with him and he's just lost it through the center S's and out he goes.
That is such a shame, but it's such an easy place to lose it here as well.
It is. Who's getting ready to go for a lap there? There is, I think that is either Godzilla, no, it's Rob J. Lewis, sorry, and he's got... Jesus, Rob's going for a lap and he's got 2 very quick drivers, especially one right on his tail actually. But he's on his own lap as well. He's got Banana right on his tail, but Rob is completely on his own lap. So here comes Banana. Rob curbs it and just spins it, and Banana carries on. So Banana did lose a little bit of time there. He's 1/100th down on his lap time, coming through sector 1. And out of turn 5 he goes at Largo up towards turn 6 and 7 as the Lamborghini driver with that special livery today, that Ferrari themed, as Red said before, that Alvaro will love the sight of. Rob J. Lewis says, I was letting him past. Well, fair play to you because you were on your own lap as well. So the Lamborghini driver has just spun it onto the grass, and when you spin it around Brazil, when you go too far onto the grass, it automatically resets you to the track. So very lucky for Banana because he would have ended up way into the wall there.
I think, have we got next? Kim next to the line, reserving?
Kim, yeah.
So this is his 2nd race at F7 and unfortunately got caught up in a lap 1 incident in Silver, so we didn't get to see just how well he can do. So I'm wishing him better luck today.
Yeah, Definitely. Yeah, I seen his POV. He didn't even get through the first sector, actually. He just got completely taken out by the Alfa Romeo, so seems like such a nice lad as well.
Yeah, we did some online lobbies this week, and he really held his own, so let's see what he can do in fantasy.
Absolutely. Jack has retired. I think he's actually retired in the pit lane with 4 minutes to go, so he's not going to go for one last shot here. So Kim just does come through sector 1. Let's see what the... is he from South Korea?
Yeah, I believe so. Living in the UK, so he doesn't have to deal with that time difference, luckily.
Oh, great. There we go. The South Korean from Britain coming through. Oh, he's lost the back end. Reserve just loses the car there. Just a little bit too much throttle. And off he went. Can't wait to drive Qatar next year, says Godzilla. I know, I can't wait for that either. You've got so many great circuits that are going to be added on. You've got Las Vegas and Qatar, obviously. They're keeping a lot of the circuits like France and Portugal. Into the wall goes Kim. But 3 minutes of this
those
qualifying.
tyres are just too hot.
Yeah, and that's the thing as well, Red, especially around a circuit like Brazil. As soon as you overheat them tyres, every time you try and hit a corner, because it's already so difficult when you're trying to work with the throttle around here, and as soon as them tyres are burned up, you're just going to carry on spinning constantly.
That's it, and you just don't want to get in the way of other people's laps. It's quite a narrow track, actually, so not many places to go.
No, literally, as soon as you come off the track, you're on the grass, so yeah, you're right. Matt is just starting his flying lap. There is 3 drivers already out. Super Turbo is 3 temps up on his lap time, just about to come down towards the line. Is he going to improve again? He does. He goes P2. That is provisional front row of this grid at the moment for Super Turbo. We're doing exactly what he needs to do here today. The Sushi Racing team trying to bid to win the championship. A lot of the drivers coming down towards the line. Tyres is on a lap as well. The Norris F1 driver could have been fighting for this championship had he have had a teammate for the season that has stuck by him, but he's done so well consistently on his own, and as I say that, he's lost an end plate.
And just waiting for everyone to go by.
Yeah, such a shame for Tyres. He's not going to get another lap in now. I don't think he's going to have time to get in the pits, get out, go round and get another flying lap in. Nigel was improving as well, but he's been stuck behind Rob here, and that is his lap gone. I don't know if he's going to have any more DRS to go again. He's going to have to throw it down though.
PX has just had a little spin in sector 1 as well. Hopefully he can get back to the line.
Oh yeah, he's going to.
I don't actually have a timer on my screen, so I don't know.
Oh, do you not?
I don't know.
There's a minute and 13 left. Nigel.
Oh yeah, there we go.
The commentator's curse, Matt, absolutely. Yeah, Peanut, it definitely isn't me. I'm not putting on the voice. Matt is down on his lap time. Harvey is retired. He has to help his teammate today if he wants to win that championship. 50 seconds of this qualifying remain. We will now pick up the drivers. Reese is getting ready for his last flying lap as he comes down the straight through sector 3. Through turn 15 he goes and down towards the line. Let's try and pick up the front runners as we go on board with PX Limits. He's coming through sector 3. He's trying to build up that DRS to try and go again. Maxibox in the pit. He's not going to improve. Matt Robertson is 3/100ths down on his lap time. He's used all of his DRS. He's not going to be able to go again. Stays P11. That is it for him. He's not going to be able to improve. We jump on board with Super Turbo as well, who's down on his lap time. Everybody's burned their DRS, trying to go for this pole position way before the time limit. And here comes Rob J. Lewis, who's invalidated it as well. He's not going to improve. Then we have Banana, who's trying to improve. He's 1 second down. All of these drivers have given it their all before the line. Banter Brandon is improving, though. He's nearly 1/10 of a second up. Here comes the Lamborghini driver, keeping it close to the line. Down the pit wall he goes, and Banter Brandon goes P3. It's it's only the second row of the grid as we jump on board with Godzilla, who's invalidated it. Here comes Ginaudi for Black Panther. Takes Rob J. Lewis, a 108.8 for him. And I think that is going to be it. Reese is actually two tenths down on his lap time. Matt Robertson is also down, so I think that is it. And it looks like B. Wright has taken the last pole position of the Fantasy F7 season here in Brazil as the raindrops start to come down right at the last minute, Red.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
I wonder if we've got a wet race then.
I know.
Yeah.
That would be very interesting. But first blood go to DJW Motorsport. Rob, sorry I was on a lap. Yeah, I know, Rob, you are well entitled to do your own lap. So B. Wright takes pole position for the Sao Paulo Grand Prix here at Fantasy F7. Super Turbo, what a lap from him for the Sushi Race. Will start alongside him on the front row of this grid. On the second row of the grid, it's Banter Brandon for the Lamborghini team in P3 and Tyres for the Norris F1 team in P4. On the third row of the grid, it's Reese for the Spotify Racing team in P5 and PX Limits for the Journo Racing team in P6. On the fourth row of the grid, Maxi Block for Sushi Racing in P7 and Banana for the Lamborghini team in P8. The reserve of Jack will start in P9 alongside the other reserve of Nigel in P10. The Bristol boy strikes again, says Matt. And Banana says, Red, you sound like an angel.
Oh, God. I don't know what to say about that.
Red, people won't forget this, Stu. Next season, you will be requested every Monday. Facts. Definitely, Alvaro.
I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, see when you can jump in.
Dry race, Reese says, so that's good at least.
Yeah, so the rain started at the end of qualifying and then it's gone back to dry. Sorry, I'm being tagged like crazy on Discord here. Oh, it's Dilly.
Trubo says, Nathan, when do I go to gold?
Yeah. I wish I had a seat for you in gold, Trubo. I don't even have enough gold seats for the gold drivers. I've got 3 gold reserves waiting for seats. But trust me, I don't want you in silver. So here we go. This is it for Fantasy F7 for the last race of the season here in Sao Paulo. And it's lights out and away we go. Reese gets a good start on tyres, makes the overtake. Banton Brandon round the outside of Super Turbo. B. Wright goes into the centre S, is leading this Grand Prix. Bananas through on Nigel. That is a Norris F1 driver of tyres that's been spun around, and Reese as well for Spotify Racing. They're down 26 places between them. PX Limits as well. 35 places between the 3 drivers, dropped on the opening 2 corners. Kim is through on Godzilla. He's up 5 places. DJ Harvey's up 6. Nigel's up 5. But B. Wright leads as they go into turn 6. What a start, Red.
That was insane. You got Maxi Block down 5 positions as well. That is not good for the Sushi Racing team.
You are right, yeah. I didn't see Maxi there, Red. He's just made an overtake on time, but down in P11, that is only 25 points. Remember, DJW only 56 behind them.
Exactly. So another little spin there from Tyes. He is right to the back of this grid now as well.
He is really struggling there, the Dutchman. B. Wright doing really well and back with his old rival of Banter Brandon. Rob J. Lewis has spun it as well, and Time for F1 did the other coming together as Tyres, PX and Reese all move on through. Maxibot is through on Kim now as well, makes the overtake into the centre S's, and Maxibot back up to P10. The recovery drive is on for the reigning world champion here.
Top 3 are just starting to pull away there. They've got a second on Banana at the moment, although he is closing it up again. See if they can get out of DRS range before lap 3.
I think that's what they're going to try and do here. They're so close to top 3, but they sort of want to leave the rest of the pack now, especially at the end of this lap. That DRS comes into effect, and that is Kim. And the South Korean driver has spun it again, and he will be battling with Time and Rob J. Lewis at this point. B. Wright
got some major gains here.
Yeah, huge gainers.
Yeah. Nigel up in P5, he's gained 5 positions. DJ as well, that is good for DJW. 6th and 1st at the minute.
Yeah, great start from DJ Harvey. Banter Brandon trying to chase down B right now. 2/10 of a second. Maxibot getting that overtake on Godzilla. Nothing Godzilla can do with the special livery on, and Maxibot chasing down the Journo Racer and Jack. Is he going to go for the double overtake here? Here comes Maxibot. Can he find a gap right through the middle of him? As he looks to the left, looks to the right, Matt goes through on Jack. Here comes Maxibot. Nothing Jack can do. Doesn't really fight them. And Maxibot is through on Jack. And now next in line is Matt Robertson for the Sushi Racer as he makes on that recovery. Godzilla is through on Jack as well. That is a yellow flag. I don't know who. I think that is Rob J. Lewis who spun it. He has. Out the centre S's, and Rob J. Lewis has spun it. Banter Brandon and Super Turbo are now away from Banana from that DRS zone. So B-Right is going to definitely be the driver at risk now. Yellow flag sector 2 again. It is Rob. He's really struggling around Interlagos here.
Yeah, I think he said he had the wrong setup on, bless him, so...
Yeah, oh, he did,
yeah.
Yeah, he did. In qualifying, he told us he had the wrong setup on. Here comes Nigel on Banana as well, into turn 1, just closing the gap. Can he get a better exit than the Lamborghini driver? Matt Robertson spun it, the Journo Racer, down into P11 he goes as Ginaudi for the Black Panther Racer goes through. Here comes Reese as well, but Nigel on Banana, we said he was closing in, and Nigel is through. Banana down the inside, doesn't want to give up this position too easily. Nigel stays in front at the moment, but the Lamborghini driver just on his tail. Banter Brandon still behind B-Right by half a second here. B-Right still leading. He's such a great defensive driver, B-Right. And his teammate in P6 doing really well at the moment. They're looking at around 80 points, but they need Sushi Racers to be out of this race, and with one of them in P3 and P7, the championship would go their way. So we've got a huge...
You can see Banana here, closing the gap on Nigel as well, up this straight. And if he'll make a move. No,
Yeah.
not quite close enough to go in through these S's, but maybe on the next one.
Yeah, it's so good, Red, when you get them 2 DRS straights here around Brazil, so you sort of have 2 cracks at the overtake. Oh, that is very close. Banana is closing the gap on Nigel, and that DRS is so strong around Interlagos.
I think Matt's going for a move on Ginaudi here, going down the inside. They're side by side. Oh no, he just pulls out of that one there. That's smart. And lets his teammate through PX limits. But that allows Reese to go through as well.
Yeah, Reese capitalised on the overtake from PX. Matt letting his teammate through, and here comes Tyres as well, just shoving his way through.
Oof.
That could have ended badly there. So Godzilla still within that DRS range of Maxibot. Can Banter Brandon close the gap? He is getting closer and closer to B-Right. They're on the exact same strategy here. Lap 6, both on the medium tyre compounds. B-Right getting a really good exit out the centre S's. Can he close the gap? DRS enabled. ERS is on. He's got a little bit more battery than what B-Right's got. On board with PX limits now as well. He just makes an overtake on Ginaudi as Banter Brandon couldn't close the gap on B-Right.
Yeah, I'm just on board with Reese watching this all unfold ahead of him.
Yeah, so are we. We are on board with Reese. He's right on the tail of Ginaudi. He couldn't be any closer if he tried. So Ginaudi goes a little bit deep. Reese is going to try and capitalise. Tries to go to the right and then switch back to the left. And look at that. He's being held up a little bit. He's just getting a really impatient. Wants to really get through. He knows he's got tyres on his tail. That's not what you want to see in your rear view mirror. So a great race so far. Every driver still in this race. Rob J. Lewis on them soft compounds as well. They don't last very long around here. That's DJ Harvey and Maxi Block, the two championship contenders. Maxi Block trying to make the move on the DJW Motorsport driver, but Maxi Block for the Sushi Racing team. DRS enabled as he shoot down towards turn 4 and 5. Can he close the gap? He does, but doesn't make the move. And Reese also making the move on Ginaudi finally as Matt Robertson spins it again. Oh, he just does not have any luck, Matt Robertson. Journo Racing Team, if it wasn't for the consistency this season, they really would be competing.
Yeah, they're definitely bad luck magnets, those two.
Yeah.
It's so unfortunate. But we'll see what he can do from P16. There's still a lot of the race left. 29 laps.
There is, and Nigel has just spun it as well, as Jack is going to come through now. Nigel will have so much heat into them tyres. He just needs to ease off the throttle now, because he'll just spin again if he does start full throttle.
Oh, there's Maxi. Ooh.
Oh! Maxi Block went way too deep into turn 1 looking for that overtake on DJ Harvey and just spun it, and Nigel and Jack as well getting a little bit tasty behind. I tell you what, Super Turbo sticking with B Wright and Banter Brandon here. They've got a 5-second gap to Banana, and Super Turbo he's practically racing for this win.
Yeah, they are really running away with it, these top three.
Yeah, very surprising to see Super Turbo be right up there where Maxi Block usually is, and Maxi Block sort of in the middle of the pack scrapping it with the other teams. Really strange.
It's all starting to spread out a bit now, isn't it? Oh no, you've got PX there, eyeing up Jack for a move.
He is, they're just coming through turn 12 now. This is where the DRS will kick in as well, so he might be able to get an overtake. He's very close, so even though Jack will have the DRS, he's got the slipstream PX limits to go down towards turn 1. He takes the inside line, the Journo Racer, and what a move that is as they go into the center S's.
Yeah, that was incredible there, that straight line speed, the Journo Racer.
Yeah, it really showed. Banner Brandon as well. He just, be right, he might not have the DRS, but every single time he's so good at defensive racing, as we've seen in Silverstone as well. It's so hard to pass him.
Yeah, he just knows where to put his car, doesn't he?
He does. Super Turbo still clinging on to them as they still carry on increasing the gap to the Lamborghini driver. That is ties on Jack. A yellow flag, I don't know who that's for, but ties is up into the top 10 now. Resource on the back of Jack.
I think that yellow was for Rob again there. Yeah, unfortunately.
Definitely has the wrong setup. He's just going into the pit lane now as well. 7 laps on them softs. He's going to be, at this point, he's going to be 2 laps down very shortly. Jay makes the move on Kim. Kim trying to come back down the inside. Here comes Jay through the center S's side by side. Kim just stays in front. Jay will have that DRS now. Into the slipstream he goes. Is he close enough to try and make the move before they hit turn 4? I don't think he is. Just takes a little look to the left hand side and then backs out. And Kim stays in at P14. Resource on the tail of Jack, and Maxi right on the back of Godzilla.
Yeah, so many battles on track, I don't quite know where to look, Nathan.
Yeah. Literally, I'm just skipping through the grid constantly. Really close. You've got Banter Brandon on B right, you've got Ties on Nigel. Oh, somebody went wide there. I think it was Ties that went wide, comes back on track, clips Reese in the Spotify Racing Team, and PX Limits too early on the throttle. Onto the grass he goes, and Ginaudi goes through. Here comes Maxi Block on Godzilla as well as they go down towards turn 1, and Maxi Block is up to P6. Tyres through on Jack as well. Jack on them hard tyres, the only driver on the grid on the hard tyres. Godzilla is back through. Maxibot says you're not having it that easily, and Godzilla for the Bugatti team is through.
That's good to see. Fighting back.
Yeah, not giving him an easy ride anyway. Reese and Jack again. They're just constantly having battles here. 25 laps remaining, and Jack is in front for the moment. So Reese just taking another look. Nothing he can do. Who's going to show their hand first as well? All the drivers 10 laps on the mediums apart from Jack. Will that come into play? If there's no safety car, it will definitely be his race. Maxibot on Godzilla again. DRS enabled as they go down towards turn 1, down the pit straight. And Maxibot is back in front. Is Godzilla going to be able to make it 2 out of 2 on the comebacks? We will see as they come out of the Senna S's and through turn 3 at Curva de Sol. And down the DRS straight, but he is too far behind to make the comeback this time. One person that isn't is Reese, who's right on the tail of Jack.
He is, but it just seems like they're in a bit of a DRS train here. He just can't seem to close that gap down the straights.
Yeah, it seems very hard when both drivers have got DRS to make any sort of move.
But Jack is keeping the ties there, and let's not forget that Jack is reserving for Norris F1 today, so these guys are teammates and they will probably be working together to move up through this grid.
Ah, I didn't know that. There we go. So Tyres and Jack, that's exactly what they'll be doing, working together, both racing for the Norris F1 team as Reese closes the gap again.
Teammates for next season as well, Jack and Ty, so looking forward to see what they can do from the start of the season.
That'll be a very strong team next season, Tyres and Jack. Wow. Both very consistent as well. Tyres has pitted now, so Jack has been left, and Reese will try and seize his opportunity. So the undercut is for Tyres. He's the first one to show his hand. PX Limits follows him in, but he is going to be on the fresher tyres, and let's see who he can undercut here in Brazil. Really good racing from Reese and Jack. Jack doing really well to hold him off as Matt Robertson closes down on the Audi driver of Jay in front. Where is Tyres going to come out here? He's come out in a lot of clean air. He's just going to start bombing these laps out. Who's going to be the first to pit out of B. Wright and Banter Brandon? That is the question. Super Turbo's still there. They've got a 7.7 gap to Banana. All drivers still in this race, which is amazing to see. The last race of the season, and every driver is still in. We've only got 18 though. Who did we miss? Because I'm sure we had 19.
I can't work out who dropped out just as we were starting. No one's mentioned anything.
I know, yeah. Strange. I've just realised now. Ginaldi and Jay are into the pit lane. The Black Panther racer and the Audi driver both into the pits.
Maxi got so close to DJ then, I thought he was going to go for it. He'll have to wait another lap.
He will wait for that DRS straight again. And these two both battling for the championship. DJ Harvey keeping tabs on what the Sushi racers are doing as well. Rob says Cyclo. Okay, yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, he was in as a reserve.
Oh!
Oh!
DJ has gone. He's spun it. The DJW Motorsport driver from 5th on the grid. Oh, he's gone again.
Oh.
Exactly what you said, Red. Once them tyres are burned up, it's so hard to cool them down around here.
That's it. He's just got to be careful on that throttle and get in those pits.
Reese is finally through on Jack as well. Makes the move going down into turn 1.
Oh no, DJ's going for another lap here on those tyres.
That's very strange because it's pit stop time as well, and he's surely going to lose so much time staying out. I thought he would have just gone for the pits and got onto them fresh tyres. Now, as you can see, tyres is already setting fastest laps of this race. It's not like he's going to lose any time. You know, that this is the time that you really want to be pitting on the mediums. So I'm very surprised we didn't see him go in.
Yeah, same.
Nigel on the back of Godzilla, and that battle between Jack and Reese getting tastier and tastier as Reese made the overtake, going down into the centre S. There's nothing Jack could do. Super Turbo, Banter Brandon in the pits.
Brandon in the pits.
So the first of the front three pit, and it is the Lamborghini driver of Banter Brandon going for the undercut.
Maxi in the pits as well there.
Yeah, Maxi Mock has followed suit, as well as Reese as well. He's also in. Interesting, because Jack's on them hard, so they're on completely different strategies.
I feel like Jack always goes for an alternate strategy, though.
Very much like
Every
Lemon.
race.
Very much like Lemon. That's exactly what Lemon did every single race. The complete opposite to everybody else.
Opposite of what everyone else, yeah.
Godzilla on the back of Nigel. I tell you, Jack's strategy could really work out here because we've not had any safety car or any DNF, which is great for somebody like Jack who's on the hard tyre compound, because once all the medium runners pit, if we then get a safety car at any point after that stage, it benefits Jack massively, because he then pits for the medium tyre and he then obviously comes out right on the back of all the hard runners with the freshest tyres.
Yeah, that's it. I think we saw it pay off for him in gold yesterday, didn't we, when he reserved?
He did. He
managed to pit under a safety car.
He finished P4 as well, you're right, yeah.
Yeah.
B Right and Super Turbo into the pit lane. Banter Brandon's coming down the straight now. B Right's coming through. Super Turbo's coming through. This is going to be very close. Here comes B Right. Super Turbo's right on his tail. Banter Brandon round the outside. It is so close, as you can see, as he's coming out the pit lane. Banter Brandon's got the straight line speed and right back on the tail of B Right, but he will have the heat into them tyres as B Right struggles to get the warm into them. And here comes Banter Brandon down the inside of the DJW Motorsport driver. He's got so much more grip, but B Right's just trying to cling on as they go side by side, and B Right is round. B Right round onto the grass and just trying to hold on and defend, and nothing he could do, and he's now down into P7. And right on his tail is the Sushi driver of Maxi Block. Really unfortunate.
Yeah, this has really worked in Sushi's favour as well, because you've got B Right now in P7, DJ down in P16 after his pit stop. So they have a monster drive to get back up into those top positions.
Yep, absolutely they have, Red. Nigel into the pits after 17 laps. Banana leads this Grand Prix, 17 laps on the mediums. He stays out, and so does his good friend Godzilla as well. Jack on them hards is right up there. He's 1.2 off Banter Brandon. He needs that safety car now, and it really would be in his favour. Maxi Block is chasing down B Right. It's not the first time we've seen that this season. DRS enabled for the Sushi Racer. They're getting very close to him. Super Turbo on Jack as well. Not messing around, these two.
No, he's right on the back of him. But Trubo on those 1 lap old hards versus Jack on his 17 lap old hards.
Yeah.
See how he does.
There's only so much Jack can do at this point, especially when this DRS kicks in now. Banana into the pit lane finally. Jack is trying to hold on, but here comes Super Turbo. He's going to make very light work of this as he goes down into turn 1 through the pit straight. Jack is just going to try and hold on for as long as possible. Nothing more he can do.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Godzilla, 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
Oh, they are the worst penalties. It's just... sorry about that. Yeah, they are the worst penalties when you speed into the pit lane like that. and you get a 5 seconds, and when you're in such a good position, and it's one of them penalties where you just like, it's so unnecessary. Oh, Bananas down the inside of Maxi. Look, he's just spun.
He has. I just caught the back end of that. I thought Maxi was going to get Banana and Ben in the same overtake.
Yeah, he's really going for it here, Maxi. That recovery
Very close, yeah.
Anybody who heard any noise on the stream then, I do apologise. Matt Robertson and PX limits the two teammates in P12 and P13 inside the DRS of each other, just working well now, try and get through the grid, no mistakes, as Maxibot still chases down B right here. Jack stays out, so 19 laps on them hards. The mediums, you really want to be getting them to about lap 14 if you start on the hard tyres. So you'll probably see Jack pit at the end of lap 21, start of 22 potentially, and go on to them mediums for the end of this race. Or he could wait for that safety car if they get a safety car. I mean, it's been an incredible race. We've not had a single DNF 20 laps into the Brazilian Grand Prix.
Yeah, that's absolutely incredible.
Yeah, last race of the season as well, Red. Not a single DNF on lap 20, and such good racing all round.
That's what you want to see.
It is, it is. DJ Harvey just got through on Jay as well. Through past the Audi driver and up to P14. Both the DJW Motorsport drivers trying to recover from incidents.
Only got a few battles here on track at the minute. You've got Maxi still trying to close down that gap to Ben there.
He is.
Still within DRS. And you've got the two Journo races. They are really sticking side by side and going for that move on Ginaldi, I think.
I think you're right. I think they're going to try and team up, work together, and just try and move past the Black Panther racer who's not got any DRS. As you can see, he's already closing up. Here comes PX Limits already. Look at that
Just
lunge.
a sitting duck there.
He is. Nothing the Black Panther racer could do. It's going to be a little bit harder for Matt.
Now he's got Matt coming there.
Oh, there's nothing Ginaldi can do. As he closes him down, they both just... He gets a bit tasty going into turn 4 and he's round. No, Ginaldi. You've seen what the Journo racers did there, side by side. Tried to block off the track, worked together. And Ginaldi tried to go down the inside, and that was it.
He just had nowhere to go there.
Literally nowhere. Matt, will there be any racing between now and the new game coming out? Absolutely there will. A good time actually to mention our 20 versus 20 race. So next, not Sunday, the 22nd I think it is, not next Sunday, the Sunday after. That is a virtual safety car. That is a full safety car.
What's that come out for then?
Ginaldi's round on track. He's been disqualified. He's beached.
Oh.
He's beached on the curb. He should have reset.
Oh, Ginaldi.
Oh, he should have reset. He's beached. Yeah, now it's reset him and took him off. Oh, really unfortunate for Ginaldi. But I tell you what, the safety car is out. And that means Jack can now pit onto the mediums till the end of this race. What a predicament to put him in. Yeah, as I was saying, sorry Matt, yeah, 20 versus 20, so on the 22nd of May, at 12 o'clock will be session 1, 20 drivers, 3 races, 25% races, random qualifying. The top 10 drivers who finish on the most points will go through to the following Sunday. There'll be a session at 6 PM the same day. The top 10 drivers will go across to the following Sunday, and then we'll have a big 20 race the following Sunday, as I keep saying. But basically, it's 20 drivers versus 20 drivers. The top 10 from each race will go through into the main event the week after. Who's going to pit, actually? Brandon pits. Maxi stays out. Brandon, Trubo, Jack, B, Right, Tyres, Nigel, Reese, Banana, all pit. Godzilla stays out. Oh, Banana.
Oh, we've got 2 speeding in the pit lane penalties there for Nigel and Banana, I think it was.
I hate speeding in the pit lane
Oh, look at
penalties.
those. Here as well, it's such a high speed entry for the pit lane. It's,
Yeah.
if you misjudge it, you are flying over that line.
Very true.
Yeah, so Nigel now has 8 seconds of penalties, 5 seconds for Banana there for that speeding in the pit lane.
Yeah, we will take a look. You're right. Nigel 5 seconds. Banana 8. Banana 5 times 6 and Rob 3. Really unfortunate that for Ginaldi, the only DNF of the race, and it was a DSQ brought out the safety car. I don't know where all the on-screens have gone, guys, so...
I've just seen Kim's gone on the softs there.
Wow,
Bit of an
13
unusual
laps.
choice, I think.
Yeah, 13 laps is
Yeah.
a bit too much.
Maybe he's going for fastest lap there.
Yeah, potentially. It's worth 2 points in Fantasy F7. I don't know what's going on.
The most wholesome reaction to a race win.
Ah, there we go. It's back on. The amount of times we will take a look at it. Don't worry, Reese. Oh, unlucky Trubo. Don't worry, there's still a lot to go in this race. Maxi Block has stayed out on them hards. He is chancing it. He's going to have to do a lot to try and stay in front though, especially with 12 laps remaining around Brazil on 8 lap old hards.
Yeah, you can see Jay there as well in P8. He's decided to stay out on his hards too. Puts him almost in the middle of the pack there. So see what he can
Yeah.
do from that position.
He's going to be in some. He's going to be in some cracking battles when this safety car goes in that position.
For sure.
Kim in P16, just trying to catch up to the pack. Time for F1 as well. Will be recovered. DJ Harvey in P14. So all the drivers now regrouping up. Jack is in P4. Potentially, actually, he's in a podium position here if Maxibot decides to pit or he starts to get overtaken on them old hards. Then Jack could find himself in a podium after waiting for that safety car.
I don't want to say Jack always gets lucky with safety cars, but he does quite a lot.
Yeah, it always seems to benefit him anyway. He seems to get very lucky with these safety cars. I never get that lucky. In fact, I never get lucky with a safety car. But,
No, I think
I'm
my
never up
race
there.
round here for bronze was back of the grid, 30 seconds behind everyone and not a safety car in sight for the whole race.
You know what? I absolutely love Brazil. One of my favourite tracks, and I'm pretty sure when I raced around here, I got took out on the first lap, if I remember correctly. I think I had like 1 DNF in 30 races, and then I ended my last 5 with 4 DNFs. So it was a really bad ending.
This one, if you spin out coming through sector 1 out of the S's and you end up backwards in the pit lane exit, you get DSQ'd. So that's happened to me before.
Oh wow.
For blocking the pit lane.
Yeah. Oh no. Ty's and Nigel, I'm just on board with them. They keep swapping places under the safety car. I'm not sure why.
No,
I've got a
that's bit
feeling
weird.
that Nigel's overtaken Ty's and Ty's is trying to get the position back from him. But I could be wrong.
Ah, so he's gone off track there to give it back, has he?
Ah, okay. Yeah, there we go. Safety car is in this lap, so no more messing about. It is back to racing. Maxibot will lead the safety car restart. The 2 sushi races in P1 and P3. And he will try and help. Oh, Ty's has got a 5-second penalty. A collision with Nigel. What is going on there? really not sure what is going on in the middle of that pack. Reese and Jay, we need to wait for the line. Ties is through on B right. He's going to have to give that position back. He does, and there goes Nigel through as well, down into the centre S's, and they're getting very, very close. Jack is through. B right's down to P5. That's a yellow flag in sector 1. That was a reserve driver of Kim, I think. DJ Harvey gets through on Godzilla. Here comes B right and Nigel as well. Ties all within a tenth of a second of each other as they go down into turn 4 and 5. PX is through on J as well. That is time for F1 that is round. Nigel really closing in on B right. Jack has stayed in P4. He's got a 3/10 of a second gap. Banter Brandon already down the inside of Maxi Block for the lead of this Grand Prix, and the Lamborghini driver is through.
Ty's had a spin. He's had a little slide there.
He has, and Ty's nearly cost him a bit of time, and he's just had a bit of a battle as well with, I think it was Matt. There was another driver that went off. It's getting really tasty through the back of this grid. Here comes DJ Harvey on J, just lunging down the inside, and Godzilla as well, also lunging, and nothing J could do. Super Turbo is through on his teammate, no holding up from Maxi Block. They didn't do well to hold up Banter Brandon though. Here comes Jack down the inside of Maxi Block as well. Oh, that is a great move. Oh, Reese is out into the pit lane, actually, and retires. So really unfortunate for Reese. What a move that was from Jack though on Maxi Block. Here comes Nigel on B right as well. He loves a good battle, Nigel.
He does indeed.
He does love getting involved.
Ty's trying to get by him as well, just coming up the inside, and thinks better of it, sits back behind him. Oh no! A little bit of contact there between them, but Ty's is through, and Nigel is round. Oh, God, now Ty's is round, and into the wall.
Oh wow, we were just on board with him. That is a safety car. He just got completely taken out there, Ties, by a red car. I don't know who that was. I think it potentially was Banana there. And he clipped him. Ties went spinning off into the wall. So that is it for the Norris F1 team. They cannot win the championship mathematically now. Wow. Maxibot pits as well. So does
Saturday's hard, so worth getting off.
Yeah. So...
Nigel, I think, got caught up with a bit of contact there, so I wonder if he's got any damage. Nope, just serving his penalty. It was a smart choice there.
Yeah, you're right, it was. A couple of drivers onto the softs. Jay, Nigel, DJ Harvey, Maxibot into P11 now. His teammate's still in P2. B right still there. At the moment, the championship is going the way of the Sushi team. As they sit in P2 and P11. I'm really sorry about the noise, guys. It's doing my head in, actually, to be fair. All the banging in the background. I've got the kids running riot in the house.
Oh, I can't hear anything, mate.
Oh, good.
It's just good. You, unfortunately, your headache.
Banana says no ties, lost the car and spun across the track, no contact. Okay, that's better. It just on stream, it looked like there was a bit of a collision and he went spinning. 8 laps on the softs. Yeah, I thought Kim might have pitted actually, doing 5 laps on the softs, gone on to another fresh set maybe. So Banter Brandon, he won the gold race last night. He's going for 2 out of 2 to win the fantasy race tonight. He took Nigel out. Who's winning the championship? It says Lukey at the moment. The Sushi Racing team are going to be crowned champions at the end of this race. 7 laps remain. It was going to be a tough ask for any of the other teams to take that championship trophy away from them. They've done exactly what they needed to do. It's been hard at times though.
I think Trubo this race has been so consistent. He's back in that P2 position after all the pitting and just keeping at it.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, Red. He's had a great race, shown great pace. consistency and just stayed with the front runners as well.
That's it. And Ben back up to P4 as well, though, after that wobble that he had.
Yeah, that collision with Banter Brandon won't be the first time this season, and probably won't be the last time we see them two ever coming together. But he is back up to P4. Safety car should be in either this lap or the next lap, hopefully this lap. We're about to find out. There we go, it is this lap.
See when Brandon gets this underway then.
Lucas says Maxi went for fresh mediums instead of softs. He mustn't have had any softs left. Yeah, that's a good point actually, Lukey. With 7 laps remaining, he went for fresh mediums. Yeah, he mustn't have had any softs. So off we go once again. Banter Brandon has gone for it and he's left Trubo by about 6 attempts here. B Right is right on the tail of Jack. Is he going to go for that lunge right down into the inside of the centre S's? Straight away he does, but Jack is not going to give him that sort of room and that sort of space as he gets a free second as B Right goes into the slipstream with the reserve driver. Banana in the Lamborghini team is there as well. DJ Harvey is out. He's had a collision with Nigel. DJ Harvey is out through the centre S's. And
Tom's had a spin there.
You're right, he has, Red. But I think that is it, Red, for the championship for DJW. They needed both drivers in it to even stand a chance. And with one of them out, I think that is championship over. The maximum points they can score now, even if both the Sushi drivers retired, would be the maximum points 52 that he can score, and they're 53 behind. So that is championship over for DJW.
That is it. That leaves our winners then.
It does, you're right, it absolutely does. So they will be crowned champions at the end of this race. What a season. It doesn't matter what they do from lap 31 onwards, but Sushi will be crowned champions here today. Here comes B Right on Jack as well, down the inside. And gets...
Trubo with a 3-second penalty.
Oh, that's going to be
That's
costly.
That's going to knock him out the podium positions.
You're right, it is. Nigel is retired in the pit lane as well. Time for F1 is also out. He's just lost it through the centre S's. That is going to be a virtual safety car. On lap 31, 5 laps remaining, and going from lap 20 with no DNFs to lap 31 with 6 of them. So, yeah, it was going pretty swimmingly. Nigel took me out, doesn't know how to drive. Let's just report it. Let the stewards do their job, Harvey.
I'll tell you who this has benefited though. You can see the journo racers there up in P6 and P7.
Oh, of course, yeah. And I tell you what, actually, we might have been a bit early on this. Let me just take a look.
I think they're 4th in the championship right now.
Yeah, they're 105 points behind, so they can't. They did say they could mathematically get it, but I don't know how if they're 105 behind, because the maximum points you can score is 95. So the virtual safety car is out. We've not gone racing again yet. Super True having a good race, but like you said, Red, with that 3 seconds, that will knock him down to P3. With Jack, he's also got a penalty. If Matt stays on the back of Banana and Jack... Oh, Banana gets a drive-through. That's great for Matt. Oh, Matt gets a Banana drive-through, I think, as well. Let me just check that. Banana, Matt, and PX all got drive-throughs.
Oh, God, that is so unfortunate.
Oh, they were bidding for podiums.
Proper commentator's curse for that as well.
Oh
so
my
sorry.
God.
I just don't know how well they're doing. No.
P5, 6 and 7 all get drive-throughs. They must have been coming through the same sort of sector. Oh, incredible.
That is awful.
Exactly, Dennis. We don't know. Here comes PX Limits on his teammate. I think they'll go straight in for them drive-throughs. Yeah, Banana goes in because you never know what's going to happen. So straight in for the drive-through time penalties. Rob J. Lewis coming round as well. Jack on the back of B right, who's going to end this race in P2 as it stands. Jay and Kim. Jay on them softs as well. He's up to P8. What a race from the Audi driver here. He does have Kim closing him down though. So stupid. We know Banana. We watched it. Banana and Matt are coming out. Still good points on the board at the end of the day, but just not enough. Thank God that was the last race. You've got a nice break, Harvey. You've got a nice break. Enjoy it. It's like a 7.5 week break till the new season.
Oh, it's such a long break, but I am really looking forward to this new game.
Yeah, so am I, Red. I'm so glad we're done with F1 22, and I'm just thinking like the new game comes out in like a month, and then we've got a couple of weeks to practice, and on we go to F1 23. I can't wait for it.
That's it. So PX has gone in for his drive-through.
That puts Jay up to P7 now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, Red. It's actually the longest break we've ever had, actually. 7.5 weeks. We've never done more than a 4-week break in the first 6 seasons.
No. But then we did a bit of a shorter season, didn't we, this time with the 16 races?
We did. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot it wasn't a full season. Well, it was a full season, but we reduced it to 16. There goes Banana and PX. Banana round the outside, PX down the inside into turn 4. And PX is through and up to P9. Good racing from the two of them.
Oh, that's a yellow flag in sector 2. And that is Kim.
Oh, gets a free second as well. 11 laps on them softs. It was inevitable at that point. Mr. Consistent. Banter Brandon again out in front. No penalties. 1.2 clear. Banana on PX. PX just been given that position back. Now here comes his teammate Matt, who goes for on Banana as well. Says thank you very much. Banana comes back at him. Shoves his car down the inside of turn turn 12, sorry.
Yeah, he wasn't having that, was he? But then that does gives Matt a good run down the straight though, and he's passed him again.
Yeah, the two journal races back up to P9 and 10, considering they just had drive-throughs. Very well done.
To be fair, Banana does have that 8 seconds worth of penalties now with that extra 3 that's just been applied, so he's probably just going to play it safe to the end of the race here. At least that's what I'd do.
Yeah, I'm the same. I'll be the same. See Rob there as well. You know, he's 1 minute 26 seconds down, but he's still in this race, and that is the main thing. Rob will always continue to drive and continue to finish races as long as he can do. So well done to the LCS race there. A comment there for you, Red. Sergio Silva says, I'm going to beat Red again on F1 23.
We'll see, Sergio, we'll see.
It was a good season in bronze this year. Hopefully it'll be as good next season.
Oh, it was such a fun season. I actually, despite the terrible game, haven't enjoyed racing in bronze as much as I have this time around.
Yeah, I agree. Here comes Maximock on Jack on the very last lap of this Grand Prix and of the Fantasy F7 season. And the Sushi driver, who's going to be crowned world champion, goes for an overtake on Jack to make it up to P4 here down the inside, but Jack just slips it back round.
All he's got to do is sit there. Jack's got a penalty.
Literally, he doesn't need to do this, but I think he's just enjoying the racing.
On track, yeah.
Banter Brandon, Mr. Consistent, call him Mr. George Russell. Banter Brandon comes out of turn 12, through 13 and down towards 14. The Lamborghini driver should have been challenging this year, would have been challenging this year, but Banter Brandon comes through to win the Sao Paulo Grand Prix. Super Turbo will come through in second, that will be demoted to third. B-Right takes second, Maximot takes P4, but Red, the world champions of Fantasy F7, is Sushi Racing.
What a season they've had as well.
What a season, what a campaign, what a championship. Maxiblock makes it back-to-back championships in Fantasy F7. What a season from the two drivers. Yeah, well done, Matt. What a season, what a race, what an ending. Well done to Super Turbo and Maxbot. Congratulations on becoming the Fantasy F7 World Champions. Yeah, Banana, I know what you mean. Only one more race to go on this game, and that is it. Right, we've got a few interviews now. On the top step, Banter Brandon taking the top step. And it's the two British drivers of Banter Brandon and B Wright in P1 and P2. And then the San Marino driver of Super Turbo in at P3. Getting a Sushi Racer on the podium as they win the World Championship. What a way to finish. So let's have a look through the final standings of the final race here in Fantasy F7. Banter Brandon wins the Grand Prix and gets the fastest lap. 52 points, that is the maximum points a single driver can get. B-Right takes P2 from pole position as Super Turbo from second on the grid takes P3. Maxibot came all the way back to P4 as well, so well done from him. Jack in P5, Godzilla P6, Jay in P7, PX and Matt in P8 and 9. The two journal racers did really well today. And Kim, the South Korean driver, in P10. Banana and Rob J. Lewis finished. Everybody else DNF'd. That was not great from them. But we will go on to the interviews. Jay says congratulations, so does Peanut, Rob as well. So really good. Let's go on to the commentary. So we will start off with the P2 driver. B Right, how are you, mate?
Alright, Nate, how you doing, mate?
I'm good, mate. What a race. Talk us through that one.
Yeah, obviously pole position was really nice. We're just doing one lap. And then battling with Brandon, I knew it was going to be hard racing, which is understandable with me and Brandon. And then pitted for the hards, come out just ahead of Brandon. And then he took me out going into the long right-hander, which was a shame to sort of end it that way. I had to then get back on track and then fight my way back through. I mean, I don't want to get into the politics side of it and stuff like that, but I think with a report it would be P1. So maybe that's what we looked into a little bit. But no, yeah, race was good. Obviously, pace is brilliant around Brazil. I'm not sure where me and Harvey have finished because he's DNF'd.
Yeah.
But might be P2. It might not be in the constructors. But no, yeah, delighted with the race, mate.
Yeah, it was a great race. It was you did what you needed to do. Really unfortunate for your teammate to lose it through the S's. I think he had a collision with Nigel. I think there was a few collisions with Nigel, but he's one of them drivers, Nigel, where he's an aggressive driver, and you have to sort of really keep your wits when you race him. He's very determined. To put it that way.
I was with him as well. I mean, he could have ended my race twice today as well. So it's unbelievable. 11 seconds of time penalties and battling like that. Now that doesn't belong in league racing for me. Yeah, that's what that is at the end of the day. But no, yeah, delighted with other races, and obviously no hard feelings with Brandon. He's helped me out massively lately. So even when the incident happened, I wasn't shouting or I wasn't angry.
Yeah.
I was just cool-headed because these things can happen between top two drivers, we're always battling neck and neck the way we are, and yeah, it's just a shame for it to happen. I am gutted it's not actual race win on track, but yeah, delighted with P2, and you know what, I've been in every party with Super Truba and Maxi, and I'm so happy for them to sort of win a championship together as well. Trubo jumping in late and making Maxi that all-time world champion in fantasy. Yeah, so really delighted for them, and yeah, all good all round, mate.
Yeah, well done, Ben. Yeah, couldn't have said it better myself. Congratulations on the podium, mate. It was a great season. P2 in the constructors. It wasn't to be, but there is still all Wednesday to go, so good luck with that one, mate.
Well, maybe if I finish P2 here, maybe Maxi be nice enough to give me P1 on Wednesday. So, but no, I'm really delighted, and to Harvey as well. I hope he listen, keep your head up. We finished P3 last season. You got to think as well, we missed 4 races at the start of the beginning, so who knows what could have happened. So if it's P2, this season, P3 last season, and what can it be next season, you know? So there we
Exactly.
go.
What a way to look at it. Well done, Ben.
Cheers, Nathan. Well done on the comms, and well done to Red on our first comms as well. So yeah, cheers, guys.
Cheers, Ben.
Cheers, Ben.
So next we have the race winner. Banter Brandon, how are you, mate?
I'm good, mate. Thank you.
What a drive, Mr. Consistent once again.
Yeah, it was a tough race. I like this track, but I'm not the biggest fan of it anymore with these cars.
No.
Yeah, obviously, decent start, and I knew from there I'd be battling with Ben, and Trubo managed to stay up as well. So yeah, it was a good fight with me and Ben. I think he had a bit more straight line speed than me, and he just had always a better exit into that final corner. So it was quite hard to get around him. And yeah, after the pit stop, unfortunately, I had a crash with him. Of course, I don't have the intent of taking him out.
No, of course, yeah.
No. We're always close with each other. We know how to race each other. We want to keep it clean. So yeah, I'll take the blame for that. I might have misjudged my turning point a bit, but yeah, I mean, you can see Ben got his way back up, so it just proves how good he is at this game.
Yeah, no, but like you said, and like Ben said, when you have two top drivers like that who are always next to each other on the track, there's going to be times where the drivers come together. A lot of the times between you and Ben, it's so close contact racing because you're so well matched in pace and so well matched on track that you're bound to have that sort of racing. But a lot of the times it's well respected and it's kept clean majority of the time. But there is going to be occasions where it just can't be kept apart at times.
Yeah, of course. I mean, if you look at us on the last couple of games, I think it was quite bad. You know, I think we lost that bit of respect the last couple of games. But this game is completely different. We just rebuilt that relationship on track and off track, and yeah, we definitely respect each other more. And you can see it with most of the races this season, racing side by side, leaving room, and even just being teammates in Red Bull, helping each other. It just builds it all up.
Absolutely, yeah, that is absolutely right, Brandon. And it's been a cracking season from you. God knows what you would have done had you been here from race 1, and I can't wait to see what you do in season 7, mate. So congratulations on another brilliant race win.
Thank you, and well done to Sushi for championship, and well done to Red for our first comp.
Cheers,
thanks,
Brandon. We move on now to the World Champions. Maxi, Super Turbo, what a season, what a championship.
Who's going first?
Okay, I can start, yeah, sure, man.
Any of you can go first, you are both champions. It doesn't matter.
Tell us about the podium you stole me.
You can blame Jack for that one, not me.
P3 and P4, boys. We'll start off with Super Turbo.
Yeah, was kind of surprised that I kept up with Brandon and Ben the whole race. I was actually catching up to Brandon as well before the first safety car. Yeah, and after that I just didn't have the pace to match him. I just tried to stay ahead, keep the podium. Managed to do that by 4/10, so it was pretty close, but yeah. Of course, starting the season of Fantasy off with my old team, which I created myself, dropping out due to my mental health issues and school and everything. Then Lemon, of course, tragically got a race ban from his girlfriend, so yeah, a season ban. And yeah, from his wife, sorry, they're engaged. But yeah, so Maxi didn't have a teammate. I decided to step in, and here I am.
Yeah, I will. I'll be sure to send half your trophy to Lemon's house as well, Trubo.
No. I have 2 podiums. He has 0. No. He doesn't get any. Sorry.
You stepped in, Trubo. You stepped in. You did what needed to be done. You were really quick today. Really surprised me because usually you're really slow. But no, you did. I'm only joking. I'm joking.
Kinda mean.
I'm only joking. No, you did really well today. You had unbelievable pace to stick with two drivers of the caliber of B Wright and Banter Brandon. It was really, really well done. A great championship end from you and your teammate in P3 and P4. You should be very, very proud of yourself, mate. So well done.
Yeah, thank you. And Red, you did good.
Yeah, amazing job she did.
Thank you.
We will one last word from the other world champion as well, Maximot. Talk us through that race and the championship overall.
Well, very happy to take it back to back here in a team championship. So it's really teamwork, and
yeah,
of course, to start off, I just can also thank Lemon for last season for the team for the start of this season, and whoever ever thought of carrying of whatever shit in this championship, no one's carry, because to carry someone, the other guy has to not perform. And yeah, last year I was probably not the guy with the most points. This season, before this race, I wasn't as well. So this means my teammate is just the best of the rest as well.
Yeah.
So Lemon did a great job. Trubo came in, did a great job. So I just have to say thank you to both of them, massive thank you, because without them I'm not world champion. But yeah, very happy. I was expecting some more red flag, why I was a bit slower on the start, wanted to get on my grid back. Not just nothing, but I had a bad start, came back, did a bad strategy. I was expecting a bit.
Definitely.
I was expecting a bit more of the heart, but the heat was terrible. So I got eaten up. Then T's DNF'd, so I knew I would pass him in the single driver championship, even if the dust gone. So I was like, okay, just get the fun now. The hearts were terrible. Pit for mediums, get back. Got lucky with the drive shoes. I saw it coming because it was the worst part of the track to come back to racing. So I was lucky to see it in time, and the three in front got drive shoes. And then massive fight with Czech, didn't pass him on the line, but very happy with the result of the World Championship. And thank you to everyone who is even racing, to you on comms, to Red on comms, to Red in the paddock, fixing everything. I love racing here. I do every race, and it's fantastic. Just
it's been an amazing season, and like you said, you couldn't have done it without your teammates. It's a constructors-based championship only, and that's the reason that Red does all of that, so that it's equal all round. It's been a phenomenal drive from you, Maxi. You've done exactly what you needed to do. Just one last quick word as well. You knew that you would have been crowned champions on lap 31 when Harvey DNF'd. At that point, was you already celebrating?
No. In the party, we were still not celebrating. We didn't even really celebrate it, as we knew that if we didn't DNF, the job was very, very, very difficult for other people. So I think in our brain we were already settled to probably win it. We just had to not mess up with DNFs. We had enough with P11 and P12 if they got 1-2. So we didn't really celebrate on the race. I was focused to get back still on track, maybe a podium. Maybe I could steal the podium of my teammate. My teammate was defending his own podium. We were fighting against each other, so we weren't celebrating. It was nice. Also very nice to always have Harvey, Ben. We also had Billy, Matt, sometimes Jack in the parties, and it's always fun to race all together, to laugh. Sometimes you get a bad result, but still it's fun and we enjoy.
Absolutely, mate. Well, congratulations on a brilliant season, a spectacular drive, and a phenomenal championship, mate. Well done, Maxi, and well done, Super Turbo.
Thank you.
And Maxi, one thing is left, I think, huh?
Yeah, your announcement, guys. Who's your teammate next season?
My
Who's
teammate
your
is gonna
teammate?
be no one. I'm gonna race alone this time. No, I got lucky that Trubo in the end said that he would stay. So we're gonna see. We're gonna negotiate the contracts with Sushi department, because I heard that fish and chips still sold more than sushis in UK. So I don't know if they still sponsor us next season. So we're gonna see what's the sponsor next season. We are still without sponsor for the moment, but contract negotiations gonna start around 20 June. Something like this.
Light bulb.
Well done,
sponsoring
guys. So
Light
the champions are staying together for season 3. That is brilliant, guys.
And
Well done.
I'll get banned halfway through the season as well, just to keep the tradition alive. I'll take Ben out in Hungary as well.
Well done, well done.
Good luck Wednesday, Maxi.
Yeah, have a good spin, mate. No, good luck.
I'm loving this rivalry of you two.
I know. Yeah, what a rivalry. I just want to say well done to everybody that's competed in Fantasy F7 this season. And I want to say a massive thank you to Red, who does an amazing job with Fantasy F7. Honestly, it wouldn't even be possible without Red. And congratulations on a brilliant first ever commentary as well. You were incredible.
Oh, it was fun, mate. We'll have to do it again sometime.
Yeah, definitely. Whenever you're free, you can always jump on. You know that.
Full season next time, Red. Come on, it's not a part-time job.
I'm a bit of a part-timer.
It's not a part-time job. Get in it.
Yeah. But no, well done everybody, and it's been a phenomenal season here at FS7. We will be back on the 10th of July for the first